it's almost like it just matters how you think about it. Like it's almost like the only thing that matters is what's on your heart. Do you have love on your heart? Well, that's the whole thing. Do you have love on your heart when you're thinking about those Muslims after the 9/11 attack? Remember Jesus in the White House kind of thing? And then it's like Jesus in the White House. But like even I was like at that time I was an unbelieving heathen going after the Don Juan stuff. But Don Juan says that too. Don Juan's all about, it's just what you're feeling and how you feel about the plants, how you feel about the animals and trees and things, and like what you know about things. It's very interesting. All about the heart. It's always a heart issue. There is no temporal, it's only spiritual kind of thing. So many parallels, and it's like, did Castaneda just like interpret this through his Judeo-Christian lens? Like, is it all just a Judeo-Christian lens? It's very hard to find works outside of that, right? That was written by an American. I'm sure you can find Chinese stuff. There's Oriental stuff. I don't even know if that's racist, but like Asian philosophies that are different from the European. But what? Not even the European, the Jewish. That's where it came from, right? The Israelite philosophies. Maybe with stemming from like some kind of Zoroastrian situation. I don't know, but that thing, that understanding of the universe, there's the Greek stuff, like the gods and goddesses. And then there's like the Northern European stuff, like Pan and all that. Like the little myths and stories, the fairies and things. But now, how much is all just, it's just so much Judeo-Christian. Just the concepts of how we even live life. Even think about this. Think about this phrase. What is the animal has a pouch on the back to protect its babies from getting dirt on it. Or the hen is brown because then it's to hide in the dirt better. Or what's another one? The blue jay is blue to attract mates. The butterfly is orange to tell predators that it's poisonous. And it's like, no, it's not to do those things. Like something like the fox digs a hole to keep it warm in the cold. That makes sense. But the fox doesn't have orange fur to hide it from predators or whatever it is. It's just like, it's characteristics, it's physical traits. That's not intended if you believe in science. It's just it's what worked. If you believe in science, then physical traits are what worked, and you're lucky enough to have a mate, so there's a little bit of luck involved, right? So I didn't do that to do anything, but just our very language when we talk about that stuff and explain things to children. Well, the grass is green to catch the sunlight. No, grass is green because the organelles that made it, like ability to collect energy from the sunlight, helped it to continue on. It made it successful to the next generation. Made it genetically successful. What the heck are we doing here? That's the age-old question. The mysteries of God. What the heck are we doing here? What is this life thing that's just kind of like nestled in on this planet, you know? Did we just figure out a way? Were we just some kind of like consciousness cloud and we just like nestled onto this planet? We figured out a way to like move the things around to make it happen through evolutionary processes. That'd be an interesting process to see from beginning to end, you know. Look where we've ended up. Look what we are. Look what we're doing now. Look where we are here. Could we make it into a peaceful garden? Or is it always going to be warlike and horrible? Let's raise our kids to make a peaceful garden. And maybe not all words need to be taboo, and like we can freak out when we hear a word. Like maybe we're just like able to see the beauty in any moment. Stand in holy places. We're commanded to stand in holy places. That means make yourself holy while you stand there. I don't know, like you're in a holy place in your heart. It's all a heart issue. It's not an external mammon issue. Stand in holy places. I can't go to the bar. Yes, you can. You can go to the bar and not order alcohol. You can stand in holy places in your heart. It's always a heart issue with Jesus. Jeez. You yourself need to be in the holy place. Know ye not whose temple ye are? Temple of God. You are the temple of God. With all my dreadlocks, I'm a temple of God. God loves my dreadlocks. It's a hard issue. And this is what Don Juan said too. Everybody says it. Everybody said it. And just Buddhists and Confucius say it too. I believe they do. And it's just like, well, these words have been written down forever, and like everyone can read. I don't know. Like, we're doing it on the outside pretty good though. I mean, it just falls apart after time, doesn't it? It's got to be done on the heart. Maybe it just took this much time to grow as a people, as a consciousness civilization. This is just our evolution. This is just part of our evolutionary process. We better turn it around before we cause a mass extinction. But is it too late? We might have gone oops. Did we oops? And that's going to be bad. Like maybe an extinction for us too. Like we did. I mean, in life is dangerous. Like we are making choices after all. God's not just there to like pick up the pieces, or is he? Is he going to pick up the pieces for us? It's going to help us out. Maybe we'll have to go through the whole evolutionary process again. Take that. And are we sick of infinity? Or do we like existing? We just have to be here. And he's like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You're going to hear wars, rumors of wars. These things must come to pass. Yeah, it's going to suck really bad for you. Don't worry about it. It's going to be fine. Do we trust him? Do we trust him like a father? Do we become like a little child to him? I've said this before, not in behavior, but like just in submission. And we become like a little child and look to him for things and look for help and ask and, you know, work hard still. It's about like doing stuff. I don't know. Why would we not want to do stuff? I'll tell you what, here's a life hack. If you ever want to not do stuff, just commit a minor crime and go to jail. And then when if they try to tell you they're going to like lower your sentence, be like, no, I want to serve my whole sentence. You can just sit around 18 months of just sitting there. And when you get out, it's like, well, I need to get a job. They're going to find, like, you will end up, if you just try, if you continue pushing forward, you can find employment, like a second chance employer. And then you just work that until you get kind of sick of it, and then you can go back to doing nothing at the jail again. Just commit a petty minor crime and just go sit in jail. You can get your dental work done. Stay indigent. Don't let anybody put money on your books. Because if they put money on your books, it's a potential that they might make you pay for your own stuff, like your own medical bills. So if you don't put any money on your books, then you can just get your dental work done for free. I mean, it's not the Ritz, but like if you had a toothache, it gets the job done, you know. I mean, it's not the Ritz. It's 100% not the Ritz. You don't want to do it willy-nilly. You don't want to... I mean, I had the most violent tooth extraction done at the jail because my wisdom tooth just kind of bothered me sometimes, mostly in my gums, though. And I was like, my wisdom tooth's bothering me, so I was going to get it out because I thought this is the perfect opportunity because then I don't have to get it out later because it's probably going to cause me some mouth problems later. So I'm just going to do some preventative measures. And I was legitimately homeless and indigent, even though I came from pretty well-off background. So anyway, nobody would put money on my books because they thought I was going to do drugs in prison, like my parents and stuff. So I was like, just put some money on my books for my birthday, like $10. No, we're just afraid you're going to do drugs. No, we can't give you, I'm just so sorry. Annie, I would love to give you money, but we just can't. You're just going to do drugs. We're so worried about you. And that's fine, but I just didn't have any money. I didn't have any money ever, and that actually worked out for the best, but except for this dentist visit. The dental visit, I was like, I'm going to do some preventative measures. I have the socialized medicine situation right now at my fingertips. I can get this wisdom tooth removed, no cost. And they're like, it has to have a pain in it. I'm like, well, it does, like from time to time as a pain. Okay, so they let me do it, but it was a violent extraction. It was like a non-surgical wisdom tooth extraction. They just like at some point, I think he had his foot up on the headrest of the, where he's trying to yank the tooth out of my head, like pushing on my head to hold my head still and like yanking and twisting and prying. And this tooth, that was an extremely violent extraction. I was very shocked, but by the time I was there, I was just already in too deep. Like he's now got pliers and they're like, we're beyond the point of no return. We are just going to get this done. But it was like, oh my gosh. Turns out it wasn't that decayed or infected. There wasn't really a problem with the tooth. Oh my gosh. Just such an idiot sometimes. Well, we'll just get that extracted. That'll be easy. No, it is not easy. That's something probably like a normal dentist would have put me out for because... it was violent, but it was doable. That's another thing, though. We don't need to be pansies all the time. Like, stuff like that is doable. Like, we don't need to be put out every time. I remember one time I took my kid to the doctor, and they handed him a tablet to distract him from, like, getting his casts cut off. And I was like, it's cool to watch your cast get cut off, though. And, like, you gotta be brave. You're gonna learn to be brave if they're always giving you a tablet to soothe you. I don't know. It was just very awkward, and if I was... myself now, I would just say no, but I just went along with it. And not to be rude. I don't want to be rude. So sometimes society just doesn't know what to do, though. I mean, I don't always know what to do either, but like, I should at least be allowed to choose how to live my life. That's sovereignty. That's like freedom, right? So yeah. If you want to do nothing and just sit around all day and get some free dental work done, you can go be indigent at the jail. And if you get to prison, if you do bad enough stuff, like have the wrong substance in your pocket, you get to go to prison, and then you get to go to church and stuff all the time. Every day we got to go to church every single day. And I got a job. I got to work. So that was cool. I mean, you're not making any money, but I mean, not big money, but you're making good money for like what you're used to if you're indigent. So I don't know. It's cool. I think I came out of prison with at least $100. Might have been $200. It was pretty good. So yeah, you could do that. You could do anything if you wanted to. You could do anything. If you're ever feeling like, oh, my life's not worth living anymore, you could just do something crazy. You could just go live as if you were dead already, as prescribed by Don Juan. You could read a freaking book by Carlos Castaneda and be like, oh, she was right. If only I had read that before now. The fourth enemy of the sorcerer is old age. And there's not enough time. Nobody's life is long enough to witness all the wonders and marvels of this world, Don Juan says. There's so much to witness that there's not enough time to witness all of it. So good. And then the situation of turning into an inorganic being, that's interesting. It's crazy. Don Juan. I don't know about this. Is that what happens when we die, though? Do we turn into inorganic beings? He says he sees them in the knots of electric fields. It's like, well, that's kind of crazy. And they interact with them sometimes in the mirrors and the flashy stuff. So, I don't know. It's kind of crazy. I don't think so. That's not what Don Juan said. I think he says we just get swallowed by the eagle, and the eagle's just like a shape. Like, it's not really an eagle. It's just the shape of like whatever's going on at the end of the world. I don't know. And it takes and he also says it takes a lot out of you to like just the fact of witnessing that situation like takes a lot out of you as like a luminous being, as an energy, as a bundle of energy that you are, what you really are, you know, what it looks like if you could see past the projection, past the meat suit, past the projection of what we think's going on here. If you could see, you know, that's the whole sorcery thing. That's like Don Juan's thing. And he says the main thing is recognizing that you are going to die, realizing that 100%, like for sure, realizing that you are going to die. And also it's what you feel. It's how you feel in your heart. Silent knowledge is how you feel when you stop the inner dialogue and you just are. The I am thing, the pure I am. And like the Buddhists do stuff like that too with the meditation, you know. The guys who sit in a tree for like 25 years, like without eating or drinking or going to the bathroom, and they're still alive. Just moving the assemblage point, according to Don Juan. Meet one half of the juggling duo that is your soul. I'm talking about Jekyll brothers, Jake and Jack, and the Dark Carnival. So it's like your good deeds and your bad deeds, they're being juggled back and forth by these jugglers, or maybe it's just all the bad deeds, I don't know. And then if they drop one, like you're screwed, you did too many, you know. So is it like an Egyptian idea? It had something like that. They weigh your heart, has weigh as light as a feather. You know, what's in your heart? Is your heart light, peace, at rest? If it's not light, peace, at rest, like you're doing it wrong. And there is a right way and a wrong way to do it. Jesus says that. He's like, you didn't get the way. I knew thee not. Like whatever it was you did, I knew thee not. He says that a few times. He's like, I'm going to come back and I knew thee not. You didn't do like blah, 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 whatever it was you were supposed to do. Like you did it wrong, or you didn't pay attention, or you didn't care. You didn't listen. You didn't hear. You didn't try to hear. You didn't even try to hear. You just went along with what it looked like on the outside. You just did it because it was easier or whatever. It was nice to do. You didn't really understand the true depth of it. And it's not hard. It's just care about people. Care about plants, care about animals, care about creatures. Be the Don Juan thing. Do be ruthless though. Don Juan stuff's good. Just be, exist, understand, you know. The Jesus stuff's so good. So it's like, you can do it wrong. You can mess it up. We're messing it up right now. We can see that as a culture. Logically, we are messing it up right now. Everything's messing up. Everything's kind of broken. Everyone's disgruntled. Like, it's just a mess. We just need to do a different thing. Like, can we just do a different thing? Like, actually different thing. Love in the heart. We don't need to love those Muslims across the way with our love bazooka. Like, you don't have love in your heart. I saw so many Christians fall at that moment with hate in their heart. So many freaking Christians hating their brothers and sisters over there. And it was just, what? You're supposed to be Christians. This is supposed to be a Christian nation. There's supposed to be Jesus in the White House. Literally, that was one of his campaign slogans. Idiots. Like, I could say idiots back then because I wasn't a Christian. I was a Castanadian. I was a Carlos Castanadian. And other things. Headless. I was headless back then. I was a juggalo. I was a headless juggalo. Follower of Carlos Castaneda. Christians are over there mucking it out. They're all doing the opposite of what their own religion says to do. Do they not know how to read? Do they not have eyes? Do they not have ears? So it was a bizarre situation to see the hypocrisy. And it was hypocrisy that turned me off from Christianity. But when I read the actual doctrine, it was like, oh, this is actually pretty good. And oh, it's a hospital. The church is not Zion. The church is a hospital to try to fix people to go out into the world to do Zion, right? Is it? Possibly. The workers there just... Is it the gate? Baptism. Is baptism the gate? Because you're just like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to change my heart. I'm going to be born again. I'm going to be a new person. A different person. I'm going to be honest in my dealings. I'm going to be honest with my fellow man. I'm going to make a commitment to do this stuff because I love this stuff. Because I want this stuff to work. Because I know it'll work. I have faith it'll work. It seems like it'll work. It seems like logically it would work. It seems scary, but it does say in there that it will be scary. It does say you'll have to lose your life for his sake in order to find it. And to what extent he does say greater love hath no man than this, man laid down his life for his friends. Matthew 24 does say stuff, and it just doesn't seem like it's always like Abinadi. It's not always going to be nice. In fact, he says it's rarely nice. Verily, they persecuted the prophets before you. Like, it's a rarely a nice thing. This is just such a wicked world. But maybe it's nice now. It's a new day. Could do a different thing. You could try not killing the prophets. You could try to be nice. Like, I don't know. You could try just doing the logical thing. You could try being logical or rational for once instead of being so prideful. You could try getting rid of pride. Like, you could try it. What would be the harm? You'd gain a fruit of the kingdom of God, and you'd be like, wow, that fruit's way better than all the fruits I've gathered in the mammon world. Maybe. It's possible people just really love their mammon so much.